So how old were you when you caught the gun case?
14.
So why did you feel at 14 years old you needed to walk around with a gun?
I mean, you know, like I said, people getting killed, you know, it's a lot, you know, and then you won't even know who's trying to kill you. That's the crazy part, because it's a lot of people that don't know you, but they know you though, you feel me? And you don't even know them, period. And they just trying to do it to you because they hang with somebody that know you and don't like you. So now they want to do that to you, you feel me? Just off the strength that them they peoples, but they don't even know. So I just felt like I wasn't finna let that happen to me, you feel me? Or nobody that's around me at that time, because that's a burden that you have to deal with, like, man, or my family, or, you know, if it happened to me, my family got to deal with that burden. If it happened to somebody that's with me, I got to deal with that because this happened to them on my watch.
Like, how did they actually catch you with a gun?
Oh man, they ran up in our house. They ran up in our house. We was shooting a video, like the whole police department. And then they had us all, and I was just like, man, you know, they weren't really knowing, like, because nobody had the gun in their possession. And I was just, you know, stepped up like it's mine. And they was like, you feel me? Yeah, it booked me. Oh man, I was sad, you know. It wasn't really nothing because I got out the next day. It's juvenile on house arrest or whatever, so it wasn't really anything.
Okay, so you're shooting a music video. There's a bunch of people around. Were your brothers around also?
Yeah, it was actually my brother shooting the video, Young Pappy. He was shooting the video to his song "Don't Sleep on Me." You know, that's when it was me, him, my other brother B Double, Two Cups, and his cousin Billy. He was shooting the video, you know, and they came in. My oldest brother, actually, Jovan, was in the house too, but he wasn't around the video area or nothing. And they came, like, we was actually done shooting the video. We leaving out, and they was coming in. They had their guns up and everything. It was like, you know, nothing you could really do at this point.
Okay, so you're shooting a music video. The police rush in, and what, they found the gun like on the ground or something like that?
On the table.
On the table. And everyone is saying, we don't know anything about it, and you actually stepped up and said it's your gun.
Right.
Was it actually your gun?
No, it wasn't really my gun, you feel me? It was actually my brother's gun, but he had just got out for a gun case, you know, and I'm like, man. And then my other brother, he just got out for a drug case, you know, 2-time felon. I'm like, you feel me? I'm just a juvenile, like, it's not really gonna affect me in the long run.
I mean, that's a pretty stand-up thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, so you essentially took a gun charge for your two older brothers because you knew that the penalty for them would be a lot worse.
Right.
Was this something that y'all kind of huddled up and discussed, or did you just take it upon yourself to do it?
I mean, that's actually funny you said that, because while I was on the floor, they had us all on the floor, and I was sitting next to my brother Pappy. He telling me like, man, bro, I just got out. You feel me? He trying to tell me like, bro, I can't go back for no gun because I just got out for a gun, all that. And then you feel me? I'm like, you right, bro. I got you. Don't even trip. All right, you feel me? When you get out, you already know I'm finna go crazy on the music, all that, and that's what we did, you know. And that was around the point where I was just fresh and started making beats, you know. And it's actually crazy because that happened in January 2014, and in April 2014, he caught his own gun case anyway.
I mean, but that's dope, man. I mean, that's really the bond of family that you would actually go and take a case for one of your family members, knowing that it's going to be worse for them to take it. You know, even though most people will say they would do that, but when it really comes down to it, I think most people probably wouldn't do it. It'd be like, hey, it's your gun, you got to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree, you know, but it's just, you know, loyalty run deep. Them actually my real brothers. Not saying I wouldn't do it for none of my closest friends, but, you know, I'm not finna let it go down like that if, you know, at the end of the day, this won't really affect my life and harm me. I got out of jail literally the next day, you know. It wasn't really no big deal. I mean, to my dad it was. He was so mad, but I was like, you feel me? I wasn't finna let my brothers go to jail. And they was just repeatedly both in and out of jail for 2-3 years straight. And I was missing that time with my brothers, you know? Like, So that's another reason, like, why I was so freely in the streets, because my brothers locked up, nobody to be out here to tell me, you feel me? And when they came home, I ain't want them to go back.
Well, but I mean, it could have been a big deal because there could have been a body on that gun. And once, you see what I'm saying? Like, once you go in, they're like, well, there's a murder or multiple murders attached with this particular gun. And now you think you're going in for a day and you're never leaving.
Right, but I mean, at that time, it still wouldn't have been as big of a deal for me if it would have been for them, because I would have just took juvenile life, and then I would have been out at 21, and they would have been gone for life, like, never seeing my brothers again.
And then they gave you just house arrest, basically?
Yeah, they put me on house arrest, and I went on 18 months probation.
Do you think the relationship with your brothers changed after that, after they saw that, what you would do for them?
I mean, I wouldn't say that, because at the end of the day, we was always that tight. Like, we already know in any given situation that we got each other, no matter what he need me to do or I need him to do or whatever, that's always gonna be there no matter what. So, it was just like normal for us, even though it was such a severe thing, you feel me? Just like, this is just another, I got you. You feel me? Like, I got you, bro.
Yeah, man, that's a great story, actually, And even though most people say they would do that, when it comes down to it, and you have that question mark of, does this gun have a body on it? What's really going to happen once they get into the system? And this is your first time being arrested.
What?
I don't think most people would do what you did.
I agree. Like I said, a lot of people not like me.